Hello everyone, I am Andrew Dornan, also known as the 12th guy here on YouTube. Today is the anniversary video. The day I'm recording this is the 18th of March. It is a Wednesday, and I don't have my microphone set up. It's right over here. I am currently exporting episode 36 of Mario Kart 8, and I was thinking about how I wanted to go about the anniversary video, and I think honestly I just need to like sit down, or in this case stand up, and make it. So what all has been happening? Well, by the time you get this video, it'll be 4 years ago I decided to start casual Let's Plays on a second channel, because back then Dorman Net Productions was something I was trying to put a lot of effort into and try to get Dan and Cannon on board with. And they were on board for a while, but then interest kind of waned, and I was like, okay, well, what if I stop making solo content on DNP, and I'll go and work on my own channel and try to encourage you guys to do more stuff. So, well, I think most of you know by this point, but if you're a new subscriber, Dorman Net Productions eventually shut down just because there wasn't enough interest anymore. Which is kind of a bummer. I did put a lot of stock in that, and I was really thinking it was going to go somewhere, but it didn't. And I learned a lot of valuable lessons from doing that channel, and I took those lessons and I applied them to this new YouTube channel, which was created during the whole Google Plus integration. Some people got like their channels duplicated. I was one of those people, and so I figured, you know, I'll just use this second channel and start hosting personal Let's Plays on there. And I have been doing that for 4 years now. I always get this wrong. My first channel was Caltrain Boy, and that was many years ago. I want to say 7 years ago. I didn't write a script. I didn't set up my microphone. It's just the camera, me, you, and the fan, which I did tone down for the video. It's down 1 speed. It was on max beforehand. That's just because max speed makes it feel really nice in here. Let's see, if I go to about, my Caltrain Boy channel was created December 6th, 2008, and the first video on that was a little Christmas themed video that my dad wanted to make, and so we made it, and then I started making Lego stop motions. So I have been making videos on YouTube for 12 years, and I only recently got really into making Let's Plays and trying to be very consistent about it in the Dorman Net Productions era, which wasn't that long ago. I think it was probably senior year of high school. So yeah, so I only recently really started to push my content out, and I have had a mixed relationship with YouTube. I've been making content, and every now and again I would try to see if I released a series here, would it hit a trend, and you know, people would, you know, flock to the channel. That didn't happen. Also, real quick, it's like real bright. Yeah, that's better. So there were things with, you know, when Smash Ultimate came out, I was doing Metroid, I want to say Metroid Zero Mission at the time, and I was really hopeful that people would flock to that and I would get a lot of viewership. That didn't happen. It's gone to the point where I don't look at the analytics as closely, if at all, and for that I have to thank my Solaris Let's Play. This is about 58 episodes in total, and probably I want to say anywhere from like 58 to like 60, like anywhere from like 55 to 65 hours long is that series if you played it end to end. That series taught me not to look at the analytics just because something about the episodes being like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours long, like clicked something in my brain. I was like, I shouldn't even look at the analytics. And so far I've been doing that. I've been doing a really good job of doing that. But sometimes I do look at the analytics, and it really gets me questioning about what kind of content I'm doing. But for the most part, I've stayed away from it. It's a horrible, horrible tab, and the fact that the biggest thing I hate about the new studio is it puts your latest video up and tells you like how good or bad it's doing compared to your previous stuff, and I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not going to get into the politics of whether YouTube is doing good or bad things with their website design. That is not what this video is about. So I've been conflicted on how I want to conduct my channel. I've always been doing Let's Plays, but every now and again something, like some sort of experiment will pop up. Like we had weekly roundups was a thing. The weekly trailers where like I showed what kind of content was coming out that week. Those were, I don't know, those seemed interesting. I'm not sure if I'll ever bring them back or not. There was weekly video challenges, which went strong for a while and then kind of died. And then the most recent experiment was Wave Attack Weekend, which I recorded a fair few episodes, and I actually did quite a bit of pre-planning for that series, but it never went anywhere. But yeah, so year 4 is coming up. It will officially, technically, it starts the video that you get this, but as far as terms of like actual content-wise, it technically doesn't start until like next Sunday when Mario Kart 8 resumes. And Mario Kart 8 will be continuing on for a long while. There's still a lot of stuff that we need to get through. 150, the rest of 150cc, 150cc mirrored, 200cc, and then just some bonus modes like the single player stuff like what's Balloon Battle and Coin Rush, I think is what it's called, Coin Battle or something like that. So we're gonna be working through that for a few weeks, and then it's gonna be a week-ish, or yeah, a week of nothing, and then the next Sunday after that week of nothing will be a trailer for the next release cycle, and these will be put into cycles where you have a main Let's Play that starts the release cycle, and then a week or two in, maybe even at the same time as the main Let's Play, you have the side Let's Play, and each main Let's Play only gets a side Let's Play, and that's it. None of this weird, like you have Stardew Valley, which I think was Let's Play number 12, is going on, and in the meantime you have Let's Plays 13, 14, 15, 16 all like coming out while 12 is still going on. None of that's happening anymore. It is just going to be, you know, the next Let's Play is number 25, and it's side Let's Plays number 26. So it's kind of worked out to where main Let's Plays have now gone back to being odd numbers, which works out as a good tie-in to like the very beginning, where 007 was the first main Let's Play, and so that was Let's Play number 1. Lego Star Wars, the video game, was Let's Play number 2, and it was the first side Let's Play, so it's kind of nice. I didn't intend for that to happen, but when I saw it in my documentation and all of my notes, I noticed that the main Let's Play was going to be an odd number, and it just, I don't know, it's the little things that make me a bit happy. So, content. I've been doing some experiments off of the YouTube channel. There's the website, which is something that I'm actually really gunning for. On the website, we have a true exclusive series mini pack, and then An exclusive series, which is no longer an exclusive series, is Andrew Dornan's What's New. You may have noticed that those episodes have started airing on this channel. I need to go in and make a playlist for Andrew Dornan's What's New and just get them going. That also airs on a Facebook page. I have a Facebook page now, so now not only do I have an official Facebook, but I also have an official Twitter. The Twitter is specifically at the 12th kind. I'm gonna put that down. I'm getting distracted by notifications. Is specifically the 12th kind, and then the Facebook page is Andrew B. Dornan is the username. So if you go to Facebook and type at Andrew B. Dornan, you will see that. That was created because my broadcast writing class, and one of the things the professor wanted us to do was to make 2 videos a week, and I was like, what if I made it 3 so it's a bit more consistent for me? So I did that, and I brought back Andrew Dornan's What's New. That's been a blast to do. It's been a little stressful at times. For me it was last week. Took spring break off for making Andrew Dornan's What's New, just as like a breather so I could work on other things. And then Monday I couldn't get out a video, so I made one yesterday, and then I made one today, and now we are back into a normal release cycle. This is a retroactive alert. If you've gotten to the 12-minute mark, thank you. This is going to be a super rambly video. I'm just trying to get my thoughts out. At the end, I'm going to thank all the people who made the past couple of years worth of content possible. Those who like really inspired me or helped me out behind the scenes, or I collaborated with. I will thank them all at the end. Back to stuff outside the YouTube channel. There's Andrew Dornan's What's New, which is technically still on the channel. And then like all the stuff for the Facebook page, and then I also recently went up from being an editor to an administrator for a Star Wars Battlefront 2 fan page sort of thing. And I've been working hard on getting content pre-recorded for that. I'm currently doing non-commentary gameplay videos, just so it's I have got like a year's worth of content for that, and then that is a nice buffer, so that way people are getting stuff, and I will be able to schedule other types of content in the future. Let's see, what else? I've been making videos for a website called Vlare, Vlare.tv. I've mentioned it a couple of times, I think during the Stellaris Let's Play. The current series that's going on is Pikmin, and honestly, I don't know. I think it can go places, but I feel like I stretched myself too thin, and so I am just going to let the series run out, and then I'll put like a hiatus on my channel, and when I get back to it, I get back to it. And it won't be a place where I just dump all of my content. I have an external hard drive to hold all of my content. So if any of like the moderators or the admins or developers of Vlare are watching this, I'm not going to be gone for good. I'm just going to be gone for a while. I met some great people through Vlare, but the problem is I don't know if I could convince all like 130 some odd of you to move over to Vlare. It seems a little ridiculous to do that. So I've decided to pump the brakes on that. I will get back to it, and then at some point in the future when I feel like I can do so. Let's see what else. So some things have been going on in my personal life. I may have talked about this in some videos. I think I definitely mentioned it briefly in Andrew Dornan's What's New. But I changed rooms. This has been a whole endeavor. This has been a big project between my dad and I of taking everything from my old room, putting it in here, and then even putting in some new stuff like those. 2 magazine racks over there are new. And then just trying to keep it organized. There's still some stuff on the floor that I haven't gotten to yet. But yeah, so my personal life's been crazy. My academic life has also been quite intense, although with this whole COVID-19 thing happening, which it might have cleared up by the time you get this, it might not, who knows. My college is definitely doing online-only classes starting next week all the way until next week for me, I should specify, and goes on until April 3rd, and then from there they'll reassess. But yeah, it's been kind of intense. A while back I talked about end cards and info cards, and I don't know. I'm very mixed about end cards because they can have a role, and that role is to give quick access to a video playlist or a previous episode that a viewer might have missed, or it could serve another function where it feeds into the algorithm, and the algorithm keeps the person on YouTube. And so I feel very conflicted recently about putting end cards on my videos, and for like a good chunk of Stellaris and for probably the rest of Mario Kart 8, I've not been doing end cards. I'm gonna throw this out there. If I do end up putting end cards back on Mario Kart 8 before it finishes, I haven't lied to you in this video. I said I've been conflicted, and it might stay the same throughout the rest of the series. Who knows? Anything can happen. But I have been thinking about the channel and my prospects, both on YouTube and off of YouTube, and I came to the conclusion that saying, oh, I shouldn't bother trying to make something out of YouTube because YouTube is oversaturated is kind of a null point, because every creative industry is oversaturated. It is possible that a lot of technical industries are also oversaturated, and so trying to make your way in those is also impossible. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna definitely keep on making YouTube videos until I can't anymore. Whether that leads to partnership or an increase in donations through Ko-fi or pledges on Patreon, who knows? I certainly don't. I have been thinking about, and I hate to say it, but I've been thinking about how to better market my YouTube channel, and I really hate thinking about that because it just plays into the whole thing of, you know, like, oh, you know, get into YouTube for the money, which is not true. I started YouTube as a hobby when I was a wee little child, and it's continued to stay that way all the way through. And I do really love making YouTube videos. Sometimes I get a little burnt out because something may not be challenging me too much. Stellaris, the only thing that challenged me was my patience, because it took several hours to render videos, both in terms of getting the raw footage into something usable and then also exporting the final video. Mario Kart 8 has been a tiny bit of a challenge. Has been like getting me into the habit of audio mixing, but like starting from year 4 onwards, I want to put more of a preference on things that might take a bit more work, or series where I've played through the game several times and there's an outline to it, which actually is a new policy that I want to put in place, where I play through a game once before I determine how soon I want to do that Let's Play, and then I'll do another playthrough of that game to make an outline. I don't know. I just year 4 is full of uncertainty, and even within the next month is completely uncertain with this whole pandemic thing, and America being definitely behind the curve. So it's the worst is about to happen. So alright, that cut there was because I lost my train of thought. Basically the whole thing is things are changing, and it's definitely been really busy. During the summer I might have more free time to put into my YouTube channel. I may or may not, it all depends. I am still looking for a part-time job, but it is, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then I might be screwed. But for the most part, I've just been kind of taking life one day at a time, and I've been tackling YouTube one video at a time, because that's honestly what all you can do. I definitely, if there's one big thing that's been over my, hovering over me for the past month or so, it's that I've been conflicted about whether or not to bring back info cards and end cards, because like I said, they can be useful, but then also it might feed into the predatory nature of YouTube. Because if we're going to be totally honest, YouTube as a company, its bottom line is that it wants to make a profit, and so it encourages you to use end cards and info cards, and the whole idea is to keep you engaged on the site, maybe click some ads, and it's just it's a very interesting platform. I think if I eventually do bring back end cards, one of the key things that I'm going to change is I'm going to omit the suggested video deal, where for the longest time my end cards were suggest a video from my channel and video playlist, and then I think that was it. And I think in some cases there was also a previous episode button, but I want to change that, and the way I'm going to change it is I'm going to sit down and for future Let's Plays I'm going to create end cards that thematically fit the Let's Plays, and then there'll be 3 cards in total. Or 3 end card elements. There will be the previous episode, the episode playlist, or the Let's Play playlist, and then also a subscribe button, because I feel like those are convenience things, because I know not everyone goes into the descriptions, so even though the link to the playlist is in the description, it might be handy to just have that button on screen, especially if you're on mobile. Then you can just be like, oh, let's tap that playlist button and get taken to the playlist, start from the beginning, or press the previous episode button, and off that goes. I do know that my track record with end cards aren't necessarily in good standing. I definitely have forgotten to do end cards for months on end, and then just go on through and just apply the template to not 100 videos, but a good chunk of videos. So it's honestly the theme of this anniversary video is conflict. Internal conflict, external conflict, conflict with YouTube, content with my own desires. But yeah, so there's all this stuff going down, and this is part anniversary video and part update vent vlog thing. Maybe next year I'll, once I've gotten into the flow of making videos that require production value, maybe sometime in the future I'll do another Pokemon game, and I'll dive into the process of making that. who knows? I'm definitely excited about the future. I'm also concerned. I'm excited because year 4 is, once Mario Kart is over, then I feel like year 4 will like officially begin, and that will be with the start of Let's Play number 25 and its side Let's Play number 26. And those will be definitely a breath of fresh air. Part of me does wonder from time to time why my channel hasn't grown a lot, and I think a lot of that probably has to deal with me as a person being at odds with how YouTube works. So it's going to be with a thing where I have to like sit back and really think about how I view YouTube as a platform, and instead of like having it just be a place where I put videos that I hope will reach someone and entertain someone, maybe try and use YouTube to my advantage, which is a phrase I really don't, well, I didn't want to say, but now that I said it, I'm like, yeah, I don't, I'm someone who I want to do what I want, and the fact that I have this algorithm looming over my head that is not going to encourage that is a little off-putting. But I think for the foreseeable future I'm going to stick with the release cycle that I mentioned earlier. But yeah, so that's honestly, I think I'm gonna stop myself there because I'm just gonna keep rambling. So I wanna get into people that I would like to thank. It's a big list. I think first and foremost, the person that I would like, if there were 3 people, no. Let's get the top 4 people who I've talked to regularly, who've helped me out, who've just kind of been great friends all around, or what have you. I think number 1, the first person that I would like to thank is Beth. She goes by Beth Play on YouTube, and you may have seen her poke around in the Pokemon Blue Let's Play. She's a fantastic friend, one of my best friends actually, and she's helped keep me grounded in reality, and I can't thank her enough. Another friend that I would like to thank is Gunner. Even though he hasn't necessarily appeared on any projects, he has helped out with the behind the scenes of a lot of stuff. He's also commented on a few videos, and even when I used to do live streams, he would pop into the live stream and kind of give guidance during those, so I would definitely like to thank Gunner. Another person I would like to thank is Neil. You may have seen him as the Let's Play Baseball Curse. Neil's a really good friend. Treasure him a lot, along with Beth and Gunner. And you may have noticed him in the Mario Kart Let's Play, where he's like just dropped like master replies to like random one-off topics that I've mentioned, excuse me, in videos. He's been real great. He's also given some feedback on some other projects, so I definitely would like to thank him. And these, aside from Beth, the rest, you know, Gunner, Neil, the rest, they're in no particular order. The next person that I would like to thank is probably, I think I would like to thank my dad, because my dad has been like instrumental in helping with certain things. Like, he helped me out a lot with Metroid Samus Returns. Like, he helped me out figure out, he helped me with the video layout of Metroid Samus Returns, and I was able to, like, I got that video overlay from him, and then I went off and made the item tracker models. So he's also helped me out with other projects, so I would just like to thank him. There are a bunch of like random people in Haley Kubler's, the Kubliastes, the Kubliastes, in her Discord. Those people have helped me out with figuring out designs for future Let's Plays. So a general thanks to all of them. And then some other people I would like to thank, Trainer Shy Guy, Cameron. Cameron I only recently started talking to in person. I found his channel a while back and been watching his content off and on. He's a real great guy. Hero of Heart Jill, she streams over on Twitch. She's just been a fun friend. And like every now and again she'll give like input on a project, and so I would just like to thank her. Let's see, Mermakes, Rachel, I would like to thank her because she was an awesome person to collaborate with. Because of our divergent schedules, we haven't been able to chat much or do another collaboration, but I think honestly it would be fun to have her back on the channel, and also she's just a great person to be around. And I think one last person, someone that I met recently, Joan, Lady Goggles. I met her just through a random like Twitter thing, and I became part of her Discord server. Her and her husband and a couple of members of the community have really I really jived with, and I just wanted to thank them all for just being like cool people. But I think honestly that's gonna be it. This video was long and it was rambly. Hopefully next year I will have a much more succinct, maybe it won't be as succinct, maybe it'll be a mini doc, who knows, of the things that it was like my word vomit sort of deal. I haven't done an anniversary video because I thought that I wasn't big enough to do one of those, but then I recently realized that was kind of bullshit, so I'm starting to do them now. So this has been all of the thoughts I've had about YouTube in one place, and then thanking all of the people who made the past few years possible. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Sunday for some more Let's Play Mario Kart 8. Bye-bye!